You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 14th of October. India calls Canada's allegations against its diplomats preposterous imputations. Pakistan steps up security ahead of SCO meeting. And Bangladesh Information Advisor warns of action against journalists linked to ousted Hasina government. And now for all the details. A day after Canada sent a diplomatic communication suggesting that Indian High Commissioner and other diplomats are persons of interest in an investigation in Canada, New Delhi has termed the diplomatic note as preposterous imputations. In a strong-worded statement, New Delhi said the allegation against Indian diplomats is a deliberate strategy of smearing India for political gains. The statement said India ascribes the accusation to political agenda of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government that is centred around vote bank politics. Slamming Canadian PM, India accused Trudeau of naked interference in India's internal politics and said his government was dependent on a political party whose leader openly espouses a separatist ideology against India, only aggravating matters. India's Foreign Ministry added it has also taken cognizance of the activities of the Canadian High Commission in India that serve the political agenda of the current regime. New Delhi further said it now reserves the right to take further steps in response to these latest efforts of the Canadian government to concoct allegations against Indian diplomats.
One comment, sir.
Moving on, the President rule was withdrawn in Jammu and Kashmir on Monday, clearing the way for the formation of a new government in the Union Territory. The National Conference Congress Alliance won the recent Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections and will form the government. Omar Abdullah, the Vice President of the National Conference, has been chosen as the alliance's leader and will serve as the next Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. The party's President Farooq Abdullah has said that the new government's primary goal would be to restore statehood to Jammu and Kashmir. Support from the Congress Party, Independents and the Aam Aadmi Party has paved the way for the National Conference to stake claim to form government in the valley. This will be the first elected government in Jammu and Kashmir since the abrogation of Article 370 and the reorganization of the former state into two union territories. The 90 seats in the region were contested in a three-phase election.
देखिए जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को तो खुशी है कि प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल ख़त्म हो गया और यहाँ डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट जो है हलफ लेने जा रही है आने वाले एक दो दिन में। और दूसरी बात यह है कि 5-6 साल से तो जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग दबे हुए थे ब्यूरोक्रेटिक सेटअप के नीचे, उससे ज़्यादा खुशी है बाहर आने की। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी जो जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों की डिमांड है कि रेस्टोरेशन ऑफ स्टेटहुड हो, क्योंकि ये जो ये है यूटी है ये एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है।
Amid the ongoing fast unto death protest by the junior medics in West Bengal, the Federation of All India Medical Association on Monday called for a nationwide shutdown of elective services in hospitals from Monday. Doctors are protesting against the rape and murder of a female trainee doctor at the Arshikar Medical College and Hospital. The call has been made to express solidarity with the protest in West Bengal, an official of the body said. The protest follows over 65 days of demonstrations advocating for safer working conditions and highlights the West Bengal government's neglect of doctors currently on an indefinite hunger strike for the past week. 3 doctors have been hospitalized after their health condition deteriorated due to fasting.
हमको तो समझ आ रहा है कि सरकार सो रहा है, या तो उसको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है कि उसके बच्चे मर जाए। कल जैसे हमारे तीन अनशनकारी बीमार हुए आईसीयू में गए, ना उनके बारे में कोई जानकारी लेने की कोशिश की गई है, ना कोई ऐसा स्टेप लिया गया है कि ऐसे और किसी का जान जोखिम में ना जाए।
Moving on, preparations were underway and security was on high alert on Monday in Islamabad as Pakistan geared up to host a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization grouping for October 15 and 16 in the capital city. According to local media reports, more than 10,000 police personnel along with army and paramilitary forces were deployed across the city in a three-layer security arrangement, with government also announcing 3 days holidays for public offices, educational institutions and commercial centers in Islamabad. The SCO comprises 9 full members, including China, India, Iran and Russia, with Pakistan currently holding the chair of the regional bloc.
As far as police is concerned, 7,000 personnel have been deployed by police, और इसके अलावा पाक आर्मी, रेंजर्स, FC, इन सब को अगर मिलाया जाए तो 12,000 टोटल पर्सनल बनते हैं जो डिप्लॉय किए गए हैं। 3-layered सिक्योरिटी अरेंजमेंट किया गया है।
The two-day meeting in Islamabad will see participants of Prime Ministers of China, Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, as well as the first Vice President of Iran and Foreign Minister of India. While participating countries are likely to hold bilateral meetings, Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has ruled out any such meeting with S. Jaishankar, who is leading the Indian delegation. Talking to reporters, Dar said Islamabad has not received any request for bilateral talks from India, nor Pakistan has made any such request to New Delhi. Jaishankar visit is first by any high-ranking Indian leaders in almost a decade, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting Lahore to meet then Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Since then, the relationship between both countries have been largely frozen since they downgraded diplomatic ties in tit-for-tat moves in 2019. Bangladesh Information Advisor Nahid Islam this past weekend warned of action against journalists allegedly linked to the deposed Sheikh Hasina administration. Addressing media queries at an event in Dhaka, Islam stated that those affiliated with the fascist government who were involved in instigating and supporting genocide will face justice in the country. This is the second such comments over the criminal charges on journalists by Nahid Islam, who was key coordinator in the protest to oust Hasina. According to local media reports, around 50 journalists have been sued in multiple cases, primarily on murder charges filed at different police stations across the country. The press rights body, the Committee to Protect Journalists, has expressed concern over the actions taken against journalists and has urged Bangladesh interim government to ensure that authorities respect the procedural rights of the accused as well as their right to a fair trial. Moving on, India's Gujarat state has made significant strides in healthcare, expanding infrastructure and launching key initiatives in maternal health, immunization and disease control. With 128 mobile health units across 27 districts, the government has been delivering primary care directly to villagers' doorsteps. Take a look.
A mobile healthcare unit equipped with life-saving devices and staffed by paramedics, doctors and nurses reaches out to patients in rural parts of Gujarat. With 128 such mobile health units across 27 districts, the Gujarat government, under the National Rural Health Mission, delivers primary care directly to villagers' doorsteps. This initiative reduces the long journeys villagers previously had to make to access essential medical services.
यहाँ अपना नरेंद्र भाई मोदी साहब मुख्यमंत्री थे, अब वड़ा प्रधान बने, तब से यहाँ मेडिकल यूनिट कैंप गांव-गांव में आता है, घर-घर में ट्रीटमेंट चालू होता है.
हमारे गाम में दर मंगलवारे गाड़ी સેવાની આવે છે. એ મોબાઈલ યુનિટ એના દવા મફત મળે છે અમને અને લોકો ઘણા સારા થાય છે.
Gujarat has ranked first in the good health and well-being category for the second consecutive year, according to Niti Aayog's SDG India Index 2023-24. Under Narendra Modi's leadership as Chief Minister, the state made significant strides in healthcare, expanding infrastructure and launching key initiatives in maternal health, immunization and disease control. Gujarat's healthcare infrastructure has significantly improved with a total of 2,647 hospitals. To further enhance healthcare services, the Gujarat government allocated Rs 15,182 crores to healthcare in the 2023-24 budget, up from Rs 12,240 crores in 2022-23.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow.